So I have a question. How do you feel about Big Bad Toy Store? Now, reason why I ask is that I was having a conversation with some collectors in a group chat on Facebook, and the subject of Big Bad Toy Store came up. And usually when it comes to any of these websites, Big Bad Toy Store, Showzy, TF Direct, TF Source, anything like that, usually you get either, yeah, they're okay, or you get the obligatory, I hate them. Now, understand, the hate usually, from what I've gathered over my years of experience, the hate comes in when people are dealing with third-party pre-orders. That's usually the major source of any of the beef. Is people pre-order a third-party figure, and then they wait a year and it still doesn't come out. They wait a year and a half, it still doesn't come out. Some people have waited multiple years for a figure to finally be released by a third-party company, and when it does get released, their pre-order then gets canceled. So I mean, yeah, I get it with that. But for me, let's just break this down. Before I go in, let's just have a little bit of story time with Prime with Luke. So Big Bad Toy Store, I have no problem with them. I actually think they're pretty cool for me anyway. It was like, funny story is that my very, very, very first Masterpiece figure was purchased on Big Bad Toy Store. And when I got back into collecting Transformers, I would go back for all the third-party figures that I kind of missed out on. They were there and they were reasonably priced, so I bought them. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I have no beef with them, but people have their opinions, give or take. But I'd rather honestly buy from them than ever buy from scalpers. And I know the prices for some of the items are more than what the MSRP, the suggested retail price is. By like a couple of dollars here, $4 here, $5 there, so be it, fine. But the conversation shifted when it was brought to my attention that, in my quasi defense of Big Bad Toy Store, I would say, this came up. The Unicron that they were selling for $700, maybe, what was it, $800 more, $700 more, basically double the price of what the original Hasbro Pulse price was, the Haslab price was. So, this one, it kind of caught me off guard because I didn't even see this one. It was brought to my attention later. It was brought to my attention in this conversation. And what can I say? I'm gonna go in for a second, but before I do, please feel free, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this subject as we go. But let's get in it. Let's get into this. So did BBTS scalp a Unicron or two or whatever? Because the reason why this was brought up is like this was like old boy's kill shot in the chat. He was like, well, they're so great. Why did they do this? Why did they do this to the fans? Why did they do this to Transformer collectors? Why did they do this to the community? Short answer, because they can. Hey, listen, I own a small business, and if I can charge, if people are willing to pay $1,400 for any product I put out, I'm gonna charge them $1,400. I mean, they're not, but they can. I mean, look, I'm gonna safely assume they purchased this from a scalper for probably $1,100 or something like that, and they got to retain their profit. Plus the thing, the box for this thing is the size of a small dishwasher, so it probably cost them about $100 to ship, and they're only charging you $4 to ship it. So I'm gonna safely assume a lot of that's gonna be the hidden prices, the hitting shipping cost. But but at $1,400, you figure it's $700 over. They probably paid $1,100. They're maybe getting a couple $100 profit off of this. And honestly, compared to what the scalpers are doing, that's fair. But is it scalping? By definition, yes. Yes, it is. It is scalping. It's good business if people are willing to buy it, but it's scalping nonetheless. I mean, there's no other way to put it. They did scalp a Unicron. But like I said, I don't know what their margins were on this. I don't know how much they paid for it. They could have got it for $13.99 or $12.99, and then basically they're just going to ship it right back out to you because it cost them $4 because they have a FedEx contract or a UPS contract. I don't know. I don't know what the ins and outs of it is, but bottom line, it's double the price of what it was for Haslab. Fine. And people want to have a problem with that, they're entitled to that. They're entitled to that. Is it right? Maybe. Gray area. Is it wrong? Maybe. Gray area. It really is. I mean, it's all in it's all to interpretation. But let's be clear. And I've said this on many a video. When it comes to the premium high-end Transformers, if you can't afford it, don't cry about it, because there are Transformers that I cannot afford, hence I don't cry about it. There are Transformers who, that I really, God, I want them so bad, but I have a mortgage, I have a car payment, I have maintenance costs that comes for that. A pipe burst in your house, you got to get it fixed. Pipe burst in your car, you got to get it fixed. I mean, there's just things I can't afford. There are third-party figures right now that I drool over every single day. I literally, it's like that. If that BS book, The Wish or whatever the hell it is, I swear I've wished upon a star for certain things, certain figures, but I can't get them. So, I mean, once again, this is a gray area. Is it scalping? Yeah, sure it is. By definition, it is. But it's good business at the same time. And if you own a business or know anyone that owns a business and they create a product that somebody's willing to pay X amount of dollars for, then so be it. And this is sold out. If they had 2 of them, they had 3 or 4, whatever, people were willing to buy it from them for that price. So that's good business. Once again, I don't think it's right, but that's not for me to decide. I'm not involved because I was never going to be involved. So I'm not in the equation. I'm opening this up as an open forum because it was brought to me on an open forum. This is not a channel where people have to hide their opinions, whatever. This is open forum. What do you think about this? Does this anger you? Are you appalled? Do you think it's good business? Is this a gray area for you? You let me know in the comments. I really am interested in knowing what people think about this. But with that said, be safe, be good, and this is the Drunken Prime, cracking open another beer and signing off.